Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys, John Natale, to discuss leadership in 2025. Leadership, especially when it comes to running a business, running a real estate team, has completely changed. And today, I'm going to take a little bit of a deep dive into the one thing you absolutely need to be doing if you want to be a great real estate leader in 2025. And it is completely different from what you could have done 10, 15, 20 years ago. This leadership quality will not only help you in your business, it will also help you in your life. So even if you're not a real estate company owner, you're not running a brokerage, you're not running a real estate team, this message could absolutely be for you, and I hope you stick around for it. Before we take a minute to dive into the episode, I got to take a second just to thank you for opening this podcast episode, listening to it for a few minutes, giving me a few minutes of your time. Our mission here at Natale, here at the Getting Real podcast, is very simple. We want less agents to fail, and we want more agents to find the life of their dreams. So what I've done over the last almost 2 decades in real estate, and my hope by sharing this podcast completely for free, is that more agents find that life. And those agents earlier in their career have a lot less of a chance to fail by hearing a little bit of this message. If you could take this episode, share it with someone that you think would find value. Post it to your Instagram story. Make sure you tag me on Instagram with that. It only helps us reach more and more people that this message could help. And I'm truly appreciative of you just for taking the time to listen. If you're here in New Jersey and you're looking for a dynamic real estate company, our 100% commission brokerage model at Natale may be a good fit for you. Down below, there is a link to book a very, very simple call with me just to discuss what we're doing here at Natale and your business and see if it's a good fit. If you're in one of the other 49 states or across the world at this point, and you're looking to grow your personal brand, you're looking to grow your business, you're looking to grow your life, have an impact on your community, build a legacy, enjoy your damn time with your family, with yourself, doing things that you truly enjoy, selling a bunch of real estate and having some fun doing it, Natale Coaching is for you. We only have a couple of the spots that I opened up for this month left. So if you are interested, go to natalecoaching.com, book a discovery call with me right now, and let's just go over some of your options. If you're a business owner or you're a real estate agent that needs the help on the delivery side of social media content, of Google, of a website, anything a traditional digital marketing agency could need, plus having my guidance and coaching, we also have Natale Media. All the information for Natale Media can be found at natalemediahub.com. But let's dive into being a great leader in 2025, because this is a simple message, should not be the longest podcast episode, but I think it's a very important one, whether you're a leader, like I said, of your household, you're a leader of your family, you're a leader of a real estate team, you're a leader of a company. You need to know that leadership has changed. And it's something that in this business that I've been in for, again, 17 years now, I've seen the transformation happen. 20 years ago, a real estate team leader, a broker, all of these different types of things, they could typically take a step back and just direct and be more of a quote unquote boss. That is completely changing in 2025. And what I've noticed from running my real estate company, having a team before, is that a leader needs to get in front, a leader needs to do, and then share. You can't share what worked in real estate 10 years ago, what worked 15 years ago, what worked 20 years ago, what worked 25 years ago. Are there elements that still do? Absolutely. But typically there's better tools to doing whatever was done, or there's different methods, cheaper alternatives, more cost-effective alternatives, AI that can replace a huge amount of the actual work that's happening. A leader needs to do in 2025 and then share. A leader in 2015 could just share. People wanted to be in the world just for the reasons of a leader sharing what worked. But the industry has changed, business has changed, and what I find is when I go out and I say, okay, I'm going to figure out how to do this, and then bring that back to the agents here at our company, or the agents in our coaching family, there is so much more value brought to those people in your world. It's a very hard balance. I'm not saying a real estate leader has to be the 100% top producer of the company, of the team, only doing real estate business, because then you're missing out on the actual leadership side of things, which is the sharing, which is bringing people up with you. But I find a lot of real estate leaders, a lot of people who are running a team or brokerage want to just direct people to do certain things. And I've found time and time again that does not work anymore. The truth is a real estate leader needs to step up, needs to figure out some things, and needs to share it back with their team, with their agents, with those trusting them as a leader. One of the best things I ever heard, I'm going to share with you right now, and I hope this really sticks with you, is you are now in the economy that we are in. Again, a lot of people make fun of coaches, a lot of people make fun of courses, all these different things. But the reality is you are paid in accordance to the problems in which you can solve. Let me say that again. You are paid in accordance to the problems in which you're able to solve. So as a leader, you may not be in the same role you were as an individual agent, but you still have to solve problems. Maybe it's not always just the client's problem, but it's, hey, how do I actually go out and create content that converts? Hey, how do I go out and have the perfect mailer that goes out so I can share that back with my team and they can replicate it to other neighborhoods? How do I create a winning culture where people buy in, perform well, win for their families, and a company or team succeeds? If you're paid in accordance to the problems in which you're able to solve, if you are able to solve the problems for a lot of people, especially agents that work with you, your value as a leader goes up dramatically. So again, leaders of 2015, of 2005, of 2010, of 1995 are not the same quality as the leaders of today. I say the leadership qualities you can need at those times. Leaders could be just as good, or possibly worse. But the qualities are different. Agents, the generations to come, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha after them, are going to expect someone that can also do what they are saying for them to do. Let me repeat that again. The generations to come are not going to just listen to you, say, hey, go do this, and it will work. They're going to want to know that you can do it as well. And so great leaders right now, I think, are buying into the fact that they need to go perform, they need to go figure out, they need to bring that knowledge back to their team. And if you do, your team, your company, everything about you has a lot more value to it. And that's what should inspire you. Maybe to a certain degree, you're like, oh, well, you know what? I don't want to go sell real estate again. And that's not necessarily the message. But if you could figure out how to have a huge personal brand, so then your agents at your company or the agents at your team can now build a personal brand for themselves, wow, it just got a lot more valuable to be in your world. If you have the best scripts, the tools for people to convert from prospecting, if you're able to get in front of your agents, get on the phone and they see you go, they're like, wow, that seems pretty easy. Seems pretty skilled at this. This is the world I want to be in. These are the scripts that work. These are the tools I need. They hop on the phone. They start calling. They utilize the same things you just did. And boom, you may have agents running around listing properties left and right. You figured out the postcard and the letter, the golden letter, the piece of mail that makes people tick and go get a free equity report or contact you to sell their house. You're able to replicate that with your team. That is leadership in 2025. But the industry changes with technology, AI, everything that's happening. I see the industry itself is changing so damn fast. It's still a people business, still face-to-face. The more people you get in conversations with about real estate, or the better likelihood you have of making more money in real estate. It's still that same game. But the methods to do things are completely different. You could host an open house every single weekend and meet 3 or 4 buyers. Or you could put up a home tour like I do on my consumer-facing accounts and have 200 to 500 people inquire about that house just from that one video in your DMs. I didn't do that by just watching somebody else do it and then telling it to my team. I did that by saying, okay, I'm going to figure out what makes people tick, and I'm going to go out and perform. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to bring that knowledge back. That is what a leader of 2025 and beyond is going to do. It will certainly entail more work than what has been, but I think the bond you have with your team from going through it yourself, you're in front of the wolf pack. You're not behind. You're the one leading the charge. You're the one climbing up the ladder first, and you're bringing people with you. That is the new style of leadership. This isn't sitting in a corner office all day, directing people to go do your work. The best leaders will learn to dive in, leverage their time with AI, assistants, agents at their team, but they will gain the knowledge themselves, they will do, and then they will share. That's a huge change in leadership. That's exactly where leaders in 2025 need to be if you want to run a great team and a great company.